I'll record the meeting.
Okay.
All right, I'll start off with introducing myself. My name is Neil du Plessis. I'm 34 years old now, and I've been a personal trainer for just over a decade, 11 going on 12 years. I basically tried every which way that I think that you can do personal training until I eventually found something that worked. I found all the things that didn't work until I think I found the thing that actually does work. I literally went from personal training on cruise ships. I was on a yacht. I was working in Dubai. I've worked in gyms, the big blue gym. I've been mobile. I've been a group exercise instructor, yoga, Pilates, spinning, boot camp, you name it. I've tried it. I've got quite a couple of notches in my belt. I've moved away from personal training in the past. I was gym management. Then I went into upper management, gym management, we can call it that. I was the general manager of a big fitness chain as well. Then I also tried teaching. I've taught students personal training qualifications. So I've been lecturing. I've also run a institution that teaches trainers how to be personal trainers. I've tried a lot. I've done a lot. And the reoccurring theme was the money was really good when I was in gym management, and the money was pretty good when I was running a facility for someone else. But like Tosh has pointed out earlier, I think before you came on, Madeleine, if you're working for a boss, you're working for someone, you never know what's going to happen. And both times the circumstances weren't fortunate on my part, and I was just given more and more to do, and I literally was in burnout stage. So I've gone off on my own a couple of times, and today I'm going to share with you the things that are working for me and how I've been able to balance my work-life balance and also my income. Quinton, tell us about who you are, because they've seen me standing with my hands open. And who are you, Quinton? What do you do here?
This is me. I can also do the pose, but So my background is in corporate. I was in corporate for over 25 years. I won't say exactly how long, but climbed the corporate ladder for all that time. Worked in South Africa, worked in the US. And finally managed to get to what I thought was the top of the ladder. I was a CEO for a company here in South Africa, who was then bought out by an American company, and they then told me they don't need a CEO in South Africa, and that was the end of my corporate career. I then decided, again, there's the old story about working for a boss. You think you're kind of safe, but you're never really safe. You always your destiny is in somebody else's hands. And then I made the switch, reinvented myself, started selling some stuff on e-commerce through Amazon and Takealot and that sort of stuff, and then got really interested in the digital marketing aspects of things. So I did digital marketing for a lot of companies, helping them to get leads and that type of thing. And then also started specifically helping people in the fitness industry, the gyms and PTs and those sort of people getting their own, getting leads and marketing them for them. But then, as Madeleine said, then we had the lockdown and the COVID thing hit us, and suddenly there were no more PTs and gyms to work for. I then made the switch in terms of helping those people get their businesses online and move their businesses online, because I believe that was going to be the way out. And that's an alternative for people to do, at least till the lockdowns are over. But as we know, that was never really over. But then found out that is actually, for a long-term way to grow a business and to scale your business, that is the best way to do it. And then online found this guy called Neil, and he was sort of saying the same things, and we connected, and we decided to put this program together where I could teach people how to find clients online, and Neil teaches them how to actually train them online in the best possible way. So that's Neil and myself.
Cool.
Seems we're a nice small group. Do you want to give us a little bit of a more formal introduction? Who wants to go first? Tosh, I feel like you're our first one up.
All right, so I'm 58 at this stage, which is a crazy age to become a personal trainer, but you're never too old to start something new.
Absolutely.
Originally from Zims, came down here, been here since 82. So yeah, full on South African. Yeah, I've been in the electrical repair industry or electrical industry all my life. Electrician by trade. Got into the amateur winding games and I've been there 15 years. So yeah, I work for one of the biggest companies in the country at this stage.
Cool.
So yeah, and ended up pushing papers around all day, which I'm kind of sick of. So yeah, and we moved to Cape Town February 20, which was the nail in the coffin because a month later COVID hit us.
Yeah.
So yeah, moved to a brand new company, much smaller. We wanted to go to Cape Town, the kids are there and all that, the grandkids. And then that just killed it. Got retrenched. Luckily, I got my job back here. So yeah, it was an expensive learning curve.
Sure.
But yeah, I'd love to get back to Cape Town. It's a beautiful place and it works, as Neil knows.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tosh. No, that's very true. All right, Madeleine, your turn.
No, basically, I've been a buyer all my life. That's why I mute myself, this dog. So yeah, I've been in medical rep. I've been trying like years and years to get it, post as a medical rep. So I've been a medical rep for about 3 to 4 months. It didn't work out, because I was still trying to run my my gym, manage my gym clients because I didn't get paid enough. So with DBC as well, it's neck and back rehab, but it's like I can say a horse machine. The client comes in every half an hour, you give them over to the physio, and I'm so used to giving too much. So I got in trouble all the time because I'm taking too long. I'm being too personal, because I'm giving too much. Okay. So, and I was always late because I only have an hour to get there. So,
Right.
Things just didn't work out and the stress was too much. It was just not lekker. And, you know what you're worth and you know what you're getting paid. Like you say, they're paying you half as much as what you actually are worth. And yeah. So yeah, I love what I do. I love to interact with the clients. That is my passion. I love, that when you actually can see you change, you make a difference in their lives. But to just, I had a boot camp here in Thatchfield where I live across. I had the field for free. I had like 8 clients, but it was worth it. It was like 3,000 or 4,000 rand a month. But after that break of the level, I think it was that one level where that December, I just couldn't get our Facebook pages, 2 of them, and I have so many followers and so many likes, but no catches.
Sure.
So I don't know where I'm going wrong there.
Yeah.
I'm starting the boot camp all the time. Yeah, stuff like that. I just can't know why the people are on there, but they're not biting.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I don't know how to. Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm not getting there. Yeah, that's it. And I'm 40, turning 41 now. Okay, that's it.
Thank you for sharing, both of you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to jump straight into the presentation part, so you guys we can get to the meat and potatoes of what we want to share with you guys. But yeah, I mean, small group, so it's nice that we can be a little bit more personal, and also just let me know if you have questions or anything like that. You can just put your hand up in Zoom. Tosh, it's in the bottom. There's a thing called reaction, and then you can literally raise. I mean, you can even just stop me if you want me to repeat something or something like that. But yeah, the reason why we're all here, I think, is to get clients, get a fully booked personal training business. Like I shared with you, I've done this many different ways. And when you chop in and changing and you don't give something enough time to take off, finding clients or keeping enough clients in your new niche or whatever you choose is a tough thing to do. So this year, was the first time I've had a fully booked PT business that works. So I've had fully booked PT business before, where I was, like Madeleine was saying, a mobile trainer, but it is not sustainable. I would not recommend it. I was driving around all the time. Then I was making okay money, and then something would happen with my car, and then the money that I was making was going into my car, and the stress was high, and it was literally like racing around up and down to clients, and I don't believe that it's a sustainable long-term thing. What I have going now is what I want to speak to you guys about, but if you don't mind just turning off your distractions, if you have a phone nearby, or if you've got something else open in the background, you just give Quentin and I your attention so that we can, so you can get the most out of this, and we can give you the best presentation that we could possibly do. So this photo to me is very nostalgic. This was the first gym that I ever worked in. This was the gym on board a cruise ship called the Crystal Symphony. I was lucky enough to be on this ship in particular, because in the year contract that I spent here, I traveled to over 32 countries. It was quite spectacular. But the reason why I want to share this with you is because something happened while I was on board here that made me realize that I should not just rely on cruise ships or being in a gym in order to get clients, in order to make an income. It was around about 2012, Hurricane Sandy came through, and we had to close down the gym because the boat was moving so much, which was scary. But when we locked down the gym, closed it up, locked the doors, tied down the equipment, something happened to me that I didn't make any sense to my brain. We were told as trainers, because we were employed through the cruise ship company, we have to sit in the gym and for our 12-hour shift and look at the wall, I guess. I don't know. There was a snap of me being like, okay, I don't have any of my own time here, and this is not a situation that I would like to be in long term. So after looking at the wall for, I think it was 10 days or something, I made the decision there that I would like to be able to be in control of my own time, because that is more important to me than actual finances. But there you go. If you see on the back over here, there's a mirror. That's where I spend most of my time, sitting, looking at the wall. The little bed that we gave assisted stretching to some of the passengers. Anyway. So why are you here? This is why I was here. We've already got some feedback from you guys, but we're guessing if you're Tosh, you're still becoming a qualified PT. Madeleine is way more qualified than what a personal trainer is. Biokinetists are clinical exercise specialists. They help with rehabilitation. They help with very in-depth stuff that goes over personal trainers' heads. But thank you for joining us anyway here, Madeleine. You may be struggling to make the kind of PT business that you want, or you just want more from your business. I think Madeleine has already shared that with us. Tosh, you're going to get a head start on the game, and I'm going to share with you things that are going to be able to work really, really well, so that you don't have to do all the wrong things like I did. So for me, this comes down to two things. You want more time, or you want more money from your PT business, or from whether it's your full-time income or your part-time income. And a big one is you want more clients. If you don't have clients, it's not very fun to be in a bad financial situation. And if you're feeling desperate and you start begging clients or people and letting them bargain you down, oh, sorry, I don't have enough for, can I have the rate of 200 Rand an hour, stuff like that. You don't want to be in situations like that where you feel that you have to take less than what you're worth. Or you might just be here because you saw the ad and you might want to actually already move your personal training business online. So if you're here for any of these reasons, you guys are absolutely in the right place. So thank you for joining. I'm going to share with you what my solution was to the problems that I was having and the problems that I've shared with you. All right, are you guys ready? So we better have drum roll. I don't know. We should get drum rolls in here to Quentin. I'll push a button and it goes. Anyway, what I did was I added online personal training to my in-person training business. All right, so some people want to be fully online. And I've tried that. I've tried being a fully online trainer, and I did miss the interaction. And what I've done is I've found quite a nice hybrid model where I'm seeing some people in person, but that's my high charged rates. I'm charging a lot for my one-on-one time. I think almost triple what a personal trainer at Virgin Active charges. So that's quite nice when I actually am seeing clients. I'm enjoying the interaction. I'm getting paid a lot more. But I've also added in an online aspect and not a Zoom aspect, because Zoom, you run into the same problems as in-person training. You're selling your time for money. What I advocate is using a personal training app as part of what you do in person. All right, so with an app-based training, app-based personal training, you can serve 10, 30, or even 100 clients in the same amount of time it would take you to service your in-person clients. Let's say you have a fully booked in-person client schedule. For me, it's incredibly, it's really, really draining. Seeing that many people, that many faces, like having that many programs set out, I don't think it's sustainable. So with an app, you are basically able to have your clients getting amazing results, but you're able to duplicate yourself virtually. You're able to take what you know and your knowledge and package it in a form where clients can access it whenever they need it, so that you don't have to work around their schedule and try to fit them in all at the same times when everyone wants the personal training before work or after work. So you don't have to work crazy hours either. So this is a way to work smart, and you can have far more clients, because if you're looking for clients online, another great thing is it's not just your 5 kilometer radius. You don't just have, the people in Bedford View around this new fancy gym that Tosh is telling us about. You've got literally millions of people, potential clients that you can have, because it doesn't matter what time zone they're in, it doesn't matter what country they are, as long as they speak English and they have an internet connection and they have a smartphone, they are a potential client for you. That is the fantastic news. And that's one of the biggest secrets that I can give you in order to be able to book yourself up. Because if you've got a small amount of clients that you can actually, that you can service, that's when you get desperate, you start dropping your prices, you start doing, I don't know, bargains and people bartering you down, and that just doesn't turn into a good situation. I promise you that. I've done the whole packages and then your rate goes down and discounts to try attract more people, and at the end of the day you just end up being at a loss, and your clients get what they want, which is not good. All right, so Quentin and I put together a package basically where we teach personal trainers how to take their business online into an app, okay, using app-based training. And to get you started as quickly as possible, we've developed this little system called the Fast Start Launch. All right, the Fast Start Launch helps you learn by doing. You're not just going to be like maybe where Tosh is at the moment at his ETA qualification, learning all these things on paper, reading how this theoretically works, but not actually getting hands-on experience. And I don't know, Tosh, but I'm pretty sure you're paying ETA and they're not paying you back, right? You're paying the money. For some reason, we can't hear you. I can see you talking and you unmuted yourself, but for some reason, I can't hear you, Tosh.
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh, there, now you go. There you're back.
All right. No, the ETA, they make you work for it. You've still got to do your logbooks and do your physical time and that. But yeah, it's not being in the face of the client. That's a process I still need to learn.
Yeah, that I found that as a big problem when I was teaching personal trainers how to be trainers. The people that owned the coursework were pushing on me getting the theoretical stuff down, and the practical was literally pushed aside. And I've come across many trainers that have qualified and they're not confident to actually do the work. So what Train Me Academy do, which is what our brand is called, our slogan is learn by doing. And the nice thing about learning by doing is you learn much faster. But a great thing about it as well is you can earn income while you're learning. So the goal of the Fast Start launch is for us to get you clients in the first 2 months of you joining that end up paying for the fees that we will charge you in order to teach you the sequences, in order to use the technology that we're talking about. So we literally want this model to be self-sustaining and then for you to profit from it. That's literally how we operate. And then what we do is we also have live sessions, just like we have in now. We call them our masterclasses, where the stuff that we've asked you to do, we ask you to teach it back to us, what you've done. And if I learned anything from teaching trainers how to be trainers, is I learned more about my personal training course than when I was the student, because I had to teach it back to someone else. So this is the way that we do reinforcement. But another awesome thing about the way that that Quinton and I operate is that we practice what we preach, and we show you the exact ways that we do things ourselves in our business. So for example, how you got here today, you may have seen a Facebook ad. It may have seemed like it's a great idea for you guys, for what you need. Clicked on the link, you came onto a Zoom meeting, and here you are in front of us. So what Quinton's part is he'll teach you that side. What I'm going to focus on today, I'm going to give you a little mock lesson on how I believe I've booked up my personal training business by following this system. And I'm going to show you what I do when I have a potential client and how I onboard them. So get your notebooks out if you want to take notes. Now's the time to start writing stuff down. So just before I do that, what I allow people to do is completely copy my process, exactly how I've done it. Instead of reinventing the wheel, you can literally take what I'm doing and do it exactly the same way, or you can take what I'm doing and tweak it to whatever suits you best, depending on what your business, how you want to service your clients. Or you can design your own and just use my example as, oh, that's cool. That's a nice way to do it. Maybe I want to do it like this. So what we're literally trying to give to you guys is what we refer to as a business in a box. Open up the box, unpack it all, and at the end, you're going to have something that helps you function in a good way, in ways that work. All right. So what I do and what has helped me book my personal business, my personal training business to fully booked, which at the moment is about 8 clients that I see in person, and then I've got about 22 clients online. So that's my happy medium split. I've tried to go over 30 clients. I feel that past that point, I'm getting to a place where I'm not servicing people as much as I'd like to. So that's my ideal. Your ideal can be different depending on what you want to achieve. If you want to do more group style training or one-on-one training, I'm going to give you my method for my personal business. Yes, Tosh, go for it.
Neil, would that be on a daily basis, or is that on a monthly basis, or a weekly? How do you fit that?
Yeah, so the 8 clients, it's a great question. The 8 clients that I see in person are spaced out over my mornings. So I'm booked from about 6 a.m. in the morning until about 9:30. Not every single day. Sometimes it's a little bit less time than that. Sometimes it's more. But in terms of those 8 clients, I see them between Monday and Friday. I don't work Saturdays. I don't work Sundays. That's my time. And then the 22 that I've got on my app, I spend a little bit of time with them. Once I spend 15 minutes of my time with them per week. So there's one day of the week where I'm having calls with all of my, it's basically just check-ins, but all of the PT work per se, all of the exercise plans and stuff like that is facilitated through the app. So it's pretty much all of my clients, all 30 pay me monthly. And some of them are only in person, and some of them are in person and online, and some of them are just online. So it's a combination of those 3.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So I'm going to share with you guys my onboarding process. So when a client is interested in what I do, this is the process that I follow in order to facilitate them being a client without me having to actually be there. So this is very, very helpful if you've got a client in Dubai that wants to work with you, or if you find a client in America or Australia or wherever it is. All right. This is my process. This is how I do things. The first thing I do is I get their contact info and I call them. Sounds silly, but what I'm doing here is I'm literally just describing to them how what I do is going to help them. I don't talk about me too much. I introduce myself and I literally talk about how they are going to transform and they are going to get to what they want out of what I do for them, if that makes sense. So I'm not listing off things. I'm not literally talking about, oh, you need to train 5 times a week. And no, I'm not talking about me. I'm literally talking about them, how what I do helps them. I explain this process to them and then answer any questions that they have. But generally, this takes between 10 and 15 minutes. Not a very long call. I don't spend an hour with them and whatever. I literally just outline how they are going to achieve what they want out of the process. And I also find out in this, if they're not my ideal client, if they're not someone that I want, then I'll pass them over. I've referred many people to other clients saying, look, what I do is probably not what you need. And I've got someone I can refer you to. So after the call, the next thing that I do is I send them what I call my offer. All right. My offer is just an outline of what I've already told them, something that they have in front of them. So I normally speak to them on WhatsApp. It could be a video call on Zoom. I make sure that I have their number and I send them this photo. And all it says is what my niche is. I do goal-focused, complete body transformations. I literally give them all the tools they need to get the body they want. Again, you'll see there's not long lists here of things that I'm doing. I'm not rattling off lists. I'm telling them big picture what they get out of it. All right, after I've sent them that, I send them some before and after photos from some of my clients and what they've achieved. And just examples of what people are normally asking me what they want, like what they want to achieve. For example, gaining confidence, feeling powerful, which may be building muscle and increasing strength, or just losing weight, for example, gaining confidence, having a beach ready body or a wedding ready body or a photo shoot, whatever they fill in the blank for them. If you want to reduce your body fat, if you want to have weight loss. And I've literally had lots of people come to me and say, like, look, I don't want to look good naked. So I put that in there. I literally took the feedback from them. Lose belly fat if you want to tone your muscles. So this is literally the 4 photos that I've sent them so far. 1 being what they get out of it, 2 before and after photos, and again what they achieve by working with me. And then I send them my price. So pricing, what I would recommend highly to you guys is to keep it simple, stupid. If you give people too many options, and I've done this way too many times in the fitness industry, that's not an if. This is a very clear statement that I need to tell you. If you're a personal trainer or a biokinetist, you are the professional. You're a fitness professional. You don't go to the doctor and tell the doctor what you need to make you better. So if you give the client the options of what they think that they need, I promise you they're going to ask for the wrong things. So I don't have you can have 3 sessions a week, or you can have it with this and take that out, and then it's cheaper this way, that way. I literally have 2 different packages. So first of all, if someone says I want to work with you for 1 month, I say, sorry, I'm not Netflix. I'm not a subscription where you can turn me on and off. You need 3 months in order to make a big change in your body, and you need to give me that time. You need to commit to that time. So 3 months is my minimum package. 6 months is my general package that people go for because I give them a slight discount. Just like in a gym, if you sign up for 1 year, it's this price. If you sign up for 3 years, it's this price. Same thing. I give them another 2 options on top of that. I know, not many options, but I give them options. They can pay me monthly, or they can pay me upfront. And if they pay me upfront, they even get a slight more discount. Again, for 3 months, that's the price discounted, and then 6 months, that's the price discounted. All right. I then send them sign-up documents. They will send me back their PARQ form, for example. Before I send them an invoice, let me go into this. I send them the sign-up documents letting me know if I can work with them, if they're within my scope of practice. You probably have gone over this stuff, Tosh, where a PARQ form is literally saying, has a doctor ever said that you shouldn't exercise for any reason or something like that? And if they are in my scope of practice, I then send them an invoice. This is the invoicing software that I use. It looks quite fancy, but it's free software. And also, I just want to point out that all of these photos and this graphic design work, if you can't see me on camera, I'm doing big air quotes. This is not professional work. This is literally just me using free software. So you don't need to have these big overheads of hiring a designer and whatever. This is just a photo that I've taken of me doing a yoga pose. And then you can see I've just splashed my thing over it. The reason I don't do it fancy, one, because I haven't felt the need that I needed to, and two, it's more relatable for me to teach you guys in a way that you can literally do this for free. You don't have to hire designers or anything fancy. So this invoicing software is also free. This was one of my clients that has actually renewed with me. He took a 6-month package, he paid monthly, and then he said, look, he's going to be overseas for another 3 months, and he really wants to knuckle down. His goal is to have his body in more of a toned place where he wants to get a tattoo on his thigh, and he wants his body to look good for this tattoo. This is his goal. So he's renewed with me, and he bought another 3-month package. So this was my first invoice to him on 4th of April. So at the beginning of this month, as he now is extending his personal training with me. The next thing I do after I have their money, we've secured money in bank accounts before I've spent lots of time on them. So again, up until this point, I've only spent 15 minutes on the call with them, and then I've sent them documents. If they commit, then they commit. If they don't, they don't. The consultation process, I then find out exactly what they want. I find out what their history is. I find out what their goals are. I find out a little bit more about their history, like about their medical history, just to 100% make sure what I need to work around, for example. So this is kind of my deep dive into knowing what they want, and then how I'm going to get them to where they want to be. And then I do fitness testing and progress photos. This is a very important step when it comes to being an online personal trainer. If you're a personal trainer in person, you can kind of get away with not doing fitness tests, even though you shouldn't, because when someone's physically standing with you, you get a pretty good idea about what their fitness level is after you do a warm-up with them, and then you can give them an exercise and you can start progressing or regressing as you see in real time what they're doing. You don't have that luxury with app-based training. What you need to do is give them fitness tests. And I facilitate these fitness tests over an app. This is what the app looks like. So literally there'll be a thing that shows up in their calendar. It'll say, do these muscle endurance tests and do this cardiovascular test. And then it'll also say, please tell me what your starting weight is. And you can do measurements if you want. But one thing I always get from my clients is photos. Not only because I want to be a super cool marketer and be able to send more photos like this, but that helps. That definitely helps. But because this is a great way to keep your clients motivated when you take a picture from month 1 to month 2. A lot of times people don't see the difference in their body. And when you put a photo side by side and you can show them, look what we've achieved, look what you're doing, look how it's working, they stay a lot more motivated, and my retention in my business is also really good. So I haven't gone through many places where I have to search for new clients, and because the onboarding process takes the longest. If you're good at retaining clients, then you've got a business with cash flow and you've got that money coming in every month, which is great. And it's also nice selling a 6-month package, because for half of the year, you know that you've got a certain amount of money coming in from that person, which is also great. Or if they pay you up front, that's even better. Then the money is just in your bank account. Yay. All right, so all of this information is collected through the app. The fitness testing, the app works in a beautiful way where you get this dialogue on what that person has done. So the fitness test is just an example to say, okay, this person did this many in this many minutes, or whatever it is, which your fitness testing is. And then from there, I can make a comment on that workout. And it's very easy to have a dialogue for when I make them a plan to know, okay, this exercise they struggled with, or this needs tweaking, or this needs changing. Okay, so the app helps facilitate a good interaction so that you know how hard the workout was for them. If things need to be changed, yes or no. All right. So basically, just to sum up, I've told you what I've told you. I'm going to tell you what I've told you. And that is literally, you start off with a call, you send them the offer, you send them the sign-up documents to make sure you can work with them, you invoice them, you do a consultation, and then you get the fitness test. Once you've done all of that, you can then do your macro and micro cycles, basically how you would with a normal client. You can do your cycles in 1 month periods, in 2 month periods, however long period of time you want that fitness plan to go. But basically all of that knowledge from there is a lot more of what you know already as a trainer. And I will show you with step-by-step videos how to take that knowledge and put it in the app so that you can not only work with people from all over the world, but you can work smart by databasing everything that you've done. The app will remember it. And if you ever want to reuse it, or you just want to revisit it and tweak it, you don't have to always make things from scratch, which is another huge example or reason why app-based training is amazing and why I advocate it and why I've used the PT app for the last 6 years. It wasn't just lockdown all of a sudden, oh my goodness, let me learn how to do online training. I've been an online personal trainer for about 6 years, actually more than 6 years. Cool. That's, do you have any questions from your side, guys?
I suppose, Neil, I suppose costing this sort of thing is, you'd also guide us into where to start and what to charge and that sort of thing, eh?
Yeah, so with the Fast Start launch, we advocate doing what we call practice clients, where you would start off at a cheaper rate only because you're learning as well. So you don't want to make a fool of your bit or make yourself in a bad light and charge like a full rate, and then you still learning and you might make mistakes. And we take practice clients in, which help you with more than one area. One, you actually get cash flow coming in, so you're earning while you're learning. Two, you're learning how to actually do the online training. And three, you're collecting those golden photos like what I've done with my before and after pictures. It helps you collect marketing. It helps you collect marketing material as well.
Okay, cool.
So we teach you how to do all of that.
Cool.
Would you then send us all the costs and what's involved in getting involved with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quentin is now going to take over, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how I got to these things of putting an offer together and sending it to them, because what I do in the business is I teach you guys how to train the clients online, which I've given you an example of what I do. Quentin's now going to teach you a little bit about how to find the clients. Yeah. Because I skipped the beginning part, right? I was like, when a client's interested in my services, how did we get to that point? Quentin's going to teach you that now.
Cool. All right. Yeah. I saw Mohammed, you joined us. Do you want to unmute yourself quickly and just say hi? Unless Mohammed wants to stay in the background and not talk to us.
Mohammed said, thanks for the invite. And then Madeleine said, how will we stand out? So Quentin's going to teach you about picking your niche and how you stand out of the crowd. He's going to go through that now. There's Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed.
You want to unmute yourself quickly?
Or slowly.
Mohammed, you want to unmute yourself and say hi? Oh, no, we can't hear you because you're muted. Your microphone is muted.
That's the bottom left.
Here we go.
Okay.
How's it? How are you?
Hi, Mohammed.
I'm good, and you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, you too. Thanks for welcoming me.
Okay.
If you obviously you've jumped in a little bit late, so you're not going to get the context, but because you joined this meeting, we're going to send you the recording so you can watch it from the beginning.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, let me carry on and tell you about what Neil was saying. So the two things that we do is we help you find your ideal clients online, and then Neil trains you online the right way. So I'll speak about the first part of the equation. And a lot of Neil was talking about the hybrid model that he has, but there's actually a lot of benefits. And you'd think that Neil is doing this for his own benefit, and that he's getting the benefit of training people online and being efficient and being able to handle more clients. But the client is actually getting a lot of benefits as well when you give them that option. So obviously the big benefit is for them is they can work out at home, and they can work out when they want and where they want. They can take charge of their own destiny, so they can actually work out as much or as little as they want. They can achieve their goals faster. They can do extra sessions at no charge, because they could just pick up the app and go do a workout. They don't have to call you and let you know. Well, they're probably going to call you or let you know that and brag about all the training that they've done. And they can save money on in-person sessions. Like Neil has said, he charges more for those in-person sessions by far than he does for people, using the app. So you could, position it for the clients in this way, and then they could reach their goals faster if they do, 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions a week instead of the 2 or 3 that they booked with you. So there's definitely a win-win situation with the clients and with yourselves, is because you're giving the clients what they want, while you get what you want in return. So that's a great thing. And then the big thing about it, and Neil was sort of talking about, is that you can then get the time back to spend more on more important things, because you as a personal trainer, you're a business owner, even though you're in business for yourself, by yourself, but you actually are a business owner. So you've got to think of things like growing your business, doing the marketing and sales and all those functions, and that takes up a lot of time. So it's very important to be able to spend time on that, and not just running around from client to client and just doing the training and not getting to those things. And then the other one that I also want to say, if your schedule is fully booked like Neil's is at the moment, he needs to start freeing up time to actually, so that it's sustainable for him, so he can he can have a normal life as well, in terms of spending time on those cats of his that you just saw him picking up one of those cats there. So then so the beginning part is really about finding your ideal clients online. And when I talk about an ideal client, in marketing terms, we also refer to an avatar. So an avatar is that person. When you see people online on social media, often then you just see a little picture there. It's that image that represents your ideal client. So if you get a very clear picture on what he or she looks like, then you will enjoy time with that client a lot more. So before I get into picking an issue, so for instance, if your client, it might be people, say, between 25 and 35, and it might be ladies that you're training, and the more specific you can get, the better it is, because we even say that if you have your ideal client in mind, everything you do from then on stems from that. And if you could sort of think of her, let's say you call her a name and say her name's Susan, and let's say that's the picture of Susan over there, and she's married and she's got kids and everything. But everything that you do from then on, you sort of think about what would she say about what your message is? What would she say about the offer that you put together? What would she say about your pricing, or the picture that you send her? Everything is then easier for you to picture in your mind whether that's going to work or not. Then, of course, it's very important to pick the niche that you are servicing. And this is, it's not just saying Pilates, or it's, transformational training or whatever, but it's actually saying for a specific group of people that you have in mind. So if you're teaching boxing and you teach, boxing fitness, and you're teaching it to people over 50, which I'm part of that group as well, then you, if you specifically talking to those kind of people. It's not just spreading it wide so that, you know, one day you have to talk to a 21-year-old, another day you have to talk to a 50-year-old. It's quite different when you do that. And you can become the specialist in that area. Now, a lot of PTs are scared about niching down very narrowly because they're saying, well, you know, I'm going to run out of clients. I'm not going to have enough clients. But if you get back to what Neil was saying in the beginning, if you do online training and you're doing training with an app, you've got a global audience. There's enough of those kind of people around for you to train. So it's very important to become a niche, pick a niche and be a specialist in that area. And then also importantly, define the outcome that they want, which brings me to the next things. The outcome that they want is not just a physical goal, but there's more behind it. So like this little running man here, he's training because he's got something in mind, the way he wants to look, but there's more, you know, the reason why he wants to look that way is he wants some adoration and he wants, you know, people to look at him with stars in their eyes or hearts in their eyes. So, but there's a difference between a goal and the difference between a goal that people have and their why or the reason why they're training. So for example, a goal is they want to lose 5 kilograms, they want to lose 10 centimeters around the waist, they want to be fitter, they want to do 10 squats, and they want to do it in a specific period of time in 6 weeks. They want to have those goals. So a lot of PTs stop there and say, okay, cool, I get it. That's what you want to do. And this is, you know, this is how we're going to train. But if you want to retain clients, it's very important to go to the next step and understand why they want to reach that goals. What is their reason? What is their why? So for instance, if you take this lady that I was talking about and you ask her, she wants to lose 5, why she wants to do it, and you then find out that she's getting married in 6 weeks, and that is the reason why she wants to lose 5 kilograms. But you actually say, okay, well, that's great. You're getting married. I understand you want to be fit or whatever, but why is it that do you still want to do this training? She might say something like, I want to look amazing. I want to take beautiful pictures on the day. And you can push a little bit further and say, but why? Well, I also want my parents to be proud of me on the day. I want to see the tears in my new husband's eyes, you know, and get into the feelings, touchy-feely parts. I want to feel like a princess. And then finally, I want it to be the most memorable day of my life. If you can get to that piece, I think that's quite a strong motivator for a person to stick with you for 6 weeks, or like Neil says, 3 months or 6 months, because now for them to maybe after a couple of weeks when it gets tough and the training maybe is a little bit hard, it's much more difficult for them to quit. Then, you know, a lot of PTs complain, people quit quite quickly, you know, and they're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you say they are going to quit at this stage, they're quitting on this beautiful, most memorable day of their life, which is quite a tough one to walk away from. So get those reasons and get that from them. It'll help you motivate your clients as well. And then this is where you take charge then. Once you know that, is then you are the professional, you know what you need to do. And this is where you can say to them, here's what we're going to do to make this happen for you. And you can tell her then exactly what she needs to get the results. And it can be a list that's non-negotiable, and it might include stuff like this. Your offer then is, the specifics of it is twice per week in-person training, 3 times per week at home workouts, homework that they must do. They must adhere to the nutritional advice that you give them. They must do some habit coaching as well. They are fully accountable to you. They must give you feedback on email or text or whatever on what they're doing. So you see, it's sort of a different stance than you sort of chasing them to say, have you done your homework? Have you done your home workout this week and that type of thing? You're the one that's in charge, and you're going to help them to make this dream happen. And the difference between these two things is this part is the promise and what of your offer that you're constructing. Neil spoke about an offer. Yes, where you can construct that offer if you know what your promise is. And this part here, people think is your offer, but that's merely the process that that you're going to follow. And, a lot of people, sort of PTs get stuck on talking about the process and saying, I'll give you 2 workouts. Okay, no, I'll give you 3. And that's where they start haggling about their service instead of focusing, what is it that I'm going to achieve for you? And the next part is then the awkward part when you talk to a client is the price. And Neil sort of gave you some very good examples of what he does by setting his price. But the mindset really here is about, if you guys remember the MasterCard ads where they talk about price lists. So this is an example that I found is where they say, if you can't read that, the tango lessons you wanted to take ever since you got married, $45 an hour. Vintage Bordeaux to talk him into it, $64. Shoes for Mr. 2 left feet, $138. Being able to dance at your son's wedding is priceless. You see, once again, if you get to that sort of mindset that about your pricing, rather than sort of haggling with people, then it sort of changes the game. And that brings us to the irresistible offer, really what it is that you're going to be offering to that person is going to be a no-brainer for them to say, that's cool, I'm in, let's go, let's do this. And you could, we sort of have an exercise that we do in the group where you literally can stack the value in there and add on things that's going to help them achieve their goal. And you could create sort of a bullet point list of everything that they're going to be getting. But again, you're in charge of that, and you dictate what is on that list. But for them, it's an irresistible offer. Okay. But your goal with all of this is for them to help them achieve their goals. And that's why we were talking about the practice clients when you start out is to use those people to actually create success stories that you can then use in your marketing. So it's not just to have a nice success story that's going to make you feel good, but this is going to be critical for you to market yourself and to grow your business in future. So you get your testimonials out of people, and then you show off her results. So it's no longer then when you do marketing, you talk about yourself, you're talking about your clients and their successes, and that's what's going to get you the next client into your group. Right, so that's the promote part. So I spoke about the promise, the process, and then the promote part. So the next one, the places where, for instance, you can promote yourself is we advocate that you create a community of your tribe, the people that are in your tribe. So you funnel people into your group. Via WhatsApp or Instagram or YouTube, TikTok, wherever people are hanging out, that is your tribe. Remember the niche that you define, and then using something like a Facebook group as a community platform. It is super powerful, very useful to use, is to bring people in there, and then everyone in there shares their success stories, their tips, their advice, all of those sort of things. And that encourages one another. But the cool thing about it as well is that you build a know, like, and trust relationships. So this is a place where you can bring people in that are your clients, but as well as people that are prospects that maybe at the moment they're not ready to say yes, but and they see all of the stuff that's going on with your existing clients, and that prepares them, that warms them up for a moment when you are actually ready to take them on as a client, that they have that relationship with you. And I think a lot of what Neil was saying about booking up his client list was this Facebook group that he started. And this is an example of a conversation that happened in there where one of his clients was showing off her results, and everybody was excited. But people come to Neil now and say, hey, Neil, would you mind training me? Instead of him going to them and saying, please, can I train you? So that's how you turn that around. And then don't be scared to actually do the selling. Neil was talking about picking up the phone, talking to people in person, and then you can bring in stuff, that we're talking at length about in our groups is how to create scarcity and one-time offers, and how to add bonuses to solve additional problems for your clients. and then also to give guarantees in terms of just taking the risk away from people. So yeah, that's the selling part. So that's how are we going to get your PT business fully booked? That's how we believe, that's the whole process. But and that's the promise that we are actually giving in terms of our program. And Neil was saying we sort of practice what we preach, and so just to show you what we do, this is a part that is our promise, and this is sort of the specifics on what we do. But before I get into that, let me give you a chance, you guys, if you've got a question or questions. You all good?
No one have questions.
Okay, great. Yeah, sorry, we have gone over time a little bit. So the
We're
specifics.
3 minutes on time, Quentin. We've got 3 minutes to wrap up because we started 10 minutes late.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, thanks for keeping track of that, Neil. See, you're a personal trainer. You
I'm a
watch.
timekeeper. I did Toastmasters for 4 years, and I was a timekeeper many times.
Cool. So the specifics of what we do in our tribe, and really is that it's a membership of personal trainers that are taking their business, moving their business online. We give you a free subscription of the PT Fitness app, which you can go and sign up for yourself, but being part of our community, you get it for free. And these are sort of the tools that we use. We give you app templates that Neil have designed that you could just literally use for your clients. You don't have to go and do that from scratch. And just on the app, for instance, you know, it provides you with thousands of videos of people how to do different exercises and things. And Neil has sort of constructed that in a way, you know, that you could just use it like that, or then customize it for yourself, customize it for your clients.
Yeah,
And
you don't have to spend hours and learn how to do video production and shoot a video 10 times because it wasn't great the first time of how to do this exercise and the lighting's bad, and all that stuff is done for you. So you can use existing videos with great descriptions, and where your expertise come in is you build a plan and you say how many times to do this, and then how many times to do that, and then how many sets, how many reps, how long the breaks are. So the app makes it, you can literally start using the app and training people on the app from the day that you sign up on it.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we have a free sales funnel. So a sales funnel is basically an automated website that helps you sell your services online. I told you about how you can use social media and Facebook and that type of thing. But obviously, if you have a sales funnel, that just kind of can help speed up the process. Speaking of the process, this is our process. Another part of our process is we do monthly live masterclasses. In fact, it's twice per month. Sorry, your faces are in front of my screen here. Monthly live masterclasses hosted by us. You get coaching, you get other PTs sharing what's working for them. We do have discussions on topics. We do Q&A sessions. And then you get a library of video lessons that we've done over the last year or so. You can go in, dig in there and watch us for hours and speed us up and slow us down and just get that sort of basic training. And then we have our own VIP Facebook group. So for people who join, they get into the sort of inner circle where the people who are doing this, we talk to one another and share encouragement and tips and tricks. And then, so we also do courses, full-on courses. You get discounts for that when those courses come up. And then we've got lots of workbooks and templates. Neil spoke about a couple of documents and stuff that you could just kind of grab and copy and paste and do your own thing.
It sounds overwhelming. We've got a lot of resources to make sure that you don't get stuck. The only thing that should make you stick is yourself getting in the way. If you don't put in the work to build your business, and you don't follow through the methods that Quentin and I are going to teach you, nothing's going to happen. But if you follow our system and you use our videos, our step-by-step videos and the templates and the documents that we give you, you're going to have a business up and running in record time, in a nutshell.
So we believe that our tribe is really priceless because of what it gives you. And so just to jump straight in, all of those values, if I add them up, it's 12,000 Rand, but we're offering it for 950 Rand a month, that you could be part of the tribe. And by the way, that's if you get one client, you will basically be able to cover that cost. If you get one client that you charge 950 Rand, 2 clients will give you 100% ROI. And if you think of a client lifetime value of over 12 months, that's 12,000 Rand. If you just get one client on board at that price. So we believe that there's a massive ROI in the business. That's it from us. We've got a founding members price. That's the 950. I think we got 3 spots left, Neil.
Yeah, 3 spots left at 950, and then the price increases after that point.
And we got remember I talked about the risk reversal, 60-day money back guarantee. It's tax deductible because you're learning. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's an irresistible offer.
Quinton doesn't say so himself.
Cool. Any questions, guys? Tosh?
No, I'm good. I just want to say thanks, guys, for the info. I've obviously got a way to go before I can actually start putting this into practice.
Right.
I think November, somewhere around there, I qualify, hopefully.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. Thank you very, very much. I will definitely keep track of this and contact you guys as soon as I'm up and running.
What I'll do is I'll give you the link to our Facebook group that you can just go in there and join, and that will allow you, sorry, I'm multitasking here.
That's cool.
Just to stay in touch with us, and there's also actually a lot of videos and stuff that we've done in there. So please go and join our
micro courses, basically. Yeah, but also it is a possibility, Tosh, if you want to take your practice clients on and have this as part of your, you need certain amount of hours to get signed off. You can literally take just like you would do for your personal training qualification, you could take online clients as your practice clients. And if that's also a possibility, if you want to get started before you wait until you are fully qualified. Obviously, once you're fully qualified, then we'd say, okay, don't just take practice clients. Now you can open it up. But there's no reason why you can't train your family members, for example, as practice clients that for your requirements from ETA, but also earning something out of that and learning the online system at the same time. So give it some thought. Don't limit yourself. If you're ready to go, then go. You want to get back to Cape Town sooner rather than later. But yeah, we're not going anywhere. The price may be increased if you wait on it.
Okay, cool. Thanks very much, Neil.
Okay.
Appreciate it. And this is a month-to-month thing. You can bomb out anytime you want to.
That's it. You're not locked into long things or whatever. It's
Contracts or anything.
Give us notice, and then we'll suspend or cancel your membership, whatever you want to do.
100%. Guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Cool. Thank you for everyone's time. Thank you for joining. If you don't have any questions, then we're going to jump off. Remember, join the Facebook group. It's in the chat. But I think what Quinton should also do is just send them a link to the sign-up page. If you guys want to, if you love whatever we're doing, it's the right time and place for you, then we can literally sign you up and then you can become part of the tribe, in which sense we'll sign you up on the app. We'll get you started there. We'll give you access to our membership area, which will give you the first steps on getting that fast start launch done.
Great.
Thanks a lot.
There we go. I've dropped that link in there. So grab the links because they go away once we go out of the room.
Yeah, if you just click them now, it'll open up in your browser and then you can interact with them.
Cool.
Thanks.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you everyone for coming. We hope
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you. We had 20 people sign up for this, but only 3 came. But that's the numbers game
Yeah.
playing with marketing.
Come on, my dog signed up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I think with this load shedding and stuff happens and
That's true. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Great. Cheers,
Thanks
guys.
a
Thank you
lot.
for your time.
Look forward to seeing you in the group, in the Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we'll chat further there. All right.
okay. Thanks. Have a good
Cheers,
evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.